friends, it's Rosalind. Welcome back to my garden. I thought tonight we would just walk through the cut flower garden and look at everything that's blooming right now. It's raining a little bit, so I hope the camera will be okay. But I thought this is the perfect time to come out here because the sun isn't shining brightly and we'll be able to see the color on the flowers better. So spring of 2021, we started this cut flower garden. So it's still a baby garden, but everything has taken off like crazy this year. So on the west side of the garden, I have all of our annual cut flowers that we use for our flower farm. And on the east side of the garden, I have all of our vegetables that I grow just for us here at home. And then all along the borders of this garden, I have perennials that we use in cut flower arrangements, as well as there's some plants in there that are simply growing just for the enjoyment of it. So let's go see what's blooming in there. Now it is mid-August in the garden and some of the plants are looking a little tired, but then there's some plants like the limelight hydrangea that are looking gorgeous right now. These roses have been blooming off their little heads all summer long. Right behind it is a little pin cushion, and then it is backed up with obedient plants and dinner plate hibiscus. We have some phlox that are almost going out of bloom. This is a Emily Bronte rose that is currently out of bloom, and some ground cover coreopsis. I love this plant. It blooms all summer long and it just brings the prettiest pop of color in here. This is a butterfly puddler that I had put together for you guys recently, and I placed some fresh flowers in there. That's looking cute. I haven't caught any pollinator action in there on camera as of yet. I think we're just going to walk on around and then we'll come back here and then we'll walk along the borders of the garden and then we'll go into the cut flower garden and see what's blooming in there. So I have silverberry supertunias in the window boxes. Recently, I came in here, all of this space that you see right in here had yarrow in it. It was like taking over in everything. It had killed some of my plants that were surrounding it. It had grown into this David Austin rose. So I ripped all of that out, planted another lavender right there, and planted another limelight hydrangea. And right behind it was a daylily that I was so tired of it. It bloomed like for a couple weeks and then it was done and it looked ugly the rest of the summer. So I took that out and planted some lilies in there because I thought, you know, I can use lilies in bouquets. This David Austin rose is Lichfield Angel. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. And we have some Bright Eyes phlox right behind it. So I'm going to back up a little bit. I want to have lavender coming all along this edge. I have 6 plants in here right now. So I have to pop in a few more lavender right in here, and that will kind of be underplanted under this hydrangea. And then there's some more of the ground cover coreopsis. So eventually this will be pretty once these plants have matured and filled in. I popped in another lily right in there. I'm trying to do more of a repeat in this garden instead of having it filled with just a menagerie of plants. Butterfly bush is looking very pretty, and usually when it's not raining, it's filled with butterflies. We have our grape arbor right here, and then I have all of our strawberries and our rhubarb, as well as a blueberry shrub right in this space. And it has really filled in this summer. I actually think I see a strawberry. Oh, that's fun. We don't usually get strawberries in August. On the opposite side of the pathway, I have it filled with echinacea. These are drumstick alliums that look so pretty, usually mid-July. So they're done blooming for the year. There is a zinnia right in here that just planted itself right in the gravel. So I left it. The wreath that we recently put together for the chicken coop is looking so cute. We have let the hens run, just kind of be overgrown this summer to protect them from hawks because we really had a problem with hawks getting to our chickens. So that's why the chicken run is a little overgrown right now. The grape arbor is looking so romantic right now. I have to give you a peek. Look at all those grapes hanging down. It looks so pretty this time of year. I think we'll go over here. Look at the sunflower patch. I have my little wagon ready to cut flowers for the flower cart tomorrow. So all along here, I have our sunflowers. They were taking up so much space in the cut flower garden. So I decided I'm going to create a little secret space back here and just lay down some cardboard and some plastic and fill it up with sunflowers. So along the back border of this garden, there's really not a whole lot to see. Some iris, dinner plate dahlia, the rose. Oh, I forgot to show you this rose. This is a climbing rose that I picked up at Menards 2 summers ago. And it's so pretty. It doesn't grow taller than like 5 to 6 feet, so it's the perfect climbing rose. So just a little backed up view of this area. So I planted the sunflowers in here because I wanted to make this secluded little spot. It is so fun. Actually, let me walk around and give you a view from the other direction. We'll take a little peek at the sunflowers first, and then we'll walk around and look at the little secret sitting spot. So I have strawberry blonde sunflowers. Then we have, I don't know if you can see through there, buttercream sunflowers. Over there is Soraya. Those orange colored sunflowers are called Soraya sunflowers. And down here is Chocolat. What is in there? Oh my goodness. I think it's a slug. Okay, we will walk on around. So this is what this little spot looks like from this direction. It's just the sweetest little spot. I love coming back here with a cup of coffee or watching the sunrise. So if you walk from this direction, and back here, and just excuse those leaves. Those are leftovers from flowers that I cut. But it's just this fun little sitting spot. So there's some phlox back here. You can see the dinner plate, what are those called? Dinner plate hibiscus through there. The butterfly weed is pretty much done blooming. And then I have some sedum, autumn joy sedum. One of them is blooming, the other one isn't. I'm not sure why. But then I have a pink begonia sitting on the table. All right, let's walk around and see what's in the other borders. Along the front of this border, we have the limelight hydrangea. Oh my goodness, it's starting to turn pink and it looks so pretty. It's underplanted with some lavender, and then I have a rose-colored alyssum. Isn't that so sweet? There's also lots of weeds in there. And then there's some cone flowers along the front and some perennials that I had to cut back because they're early summer bloomers and they're done blooming. Black-eyed Susans are still looking so good with the firelight hydrangea. And the crabapple, I'm not sure. Like, does anybody else have a problem with their crabapples this time of year just dropping their leaves? I hope it's normal. I really don't want to lose that crabapple. Harlow Carr David Austin Rose is putting up on another flush of blooms. Has the sweetest pink blooms. Recently I planted a lily in here, and last summer I started some foxglove from seed and I planted into the garden last fall. And it's just been blooming all summer long. These could obviously be cut back, but those, oh, they're still looking so pretty. Dwarf Alberta spruce is looking sweet. What are those called? Serendipity alliums. Usually these are covered in bees, but obviously they aren't out right now with it misting a little bit. This rose, I feel like I miss its bloom every time with you guys. There's one little bloom on it, but it does get the most gorgeous rose hips. Let's see. See those orange rose hips? They're so pretty. I love using them in winter arrangements. And Russian sage is looking so pretty right now. The clematis has decided to put on another little flush of blooms. A little peek into the cut flower garden. And Then we have some more Russian sage. The, what is this one called? I just recently planted it. It's a David Austin rose. And it's, I don't know, after I planted it, I kind of forgot about it actually. And it almost dried up. But I gave it some fertilizer and it's looking okay. Its buds are still looking not that nice. We have another serendipity allium right in here, another spruce, and some phlox that I got from my mom's garden. Those are my favorites. The dinner plate hibiscus is almost done blooming, still looking pretty. Pinky winky hydrangea and the creeping phlox. This is a phlox that just blooms all summer long. I got it from a friend's garden. Absolutely love that plant. I'd like to maybe get some more starts off of it and plant it more around the garden. Another dinner plate hibiscus, bright eyes phlox, and my elderberry, lemony lace elderberry. I don't know what in the world is going on with it. Just look at it. It looks like it's dying. It looked the same way last fall, but this spring it looks so beautiful. So I don't know what's going on with it. Maybe it's getting too much sun. Some more phlox, and there's honestly not a whole lot that's in bloom in here right now. I have to work on more fall color in this border. There is a lot of spring and early summer color in here, but not a whole lot of fall color. There's some more of the phlox that I planted in there last fall and still blooming. And this Joe Pye weed has been blooming since early summer. Such a fun plant. Also, would you look at the little greenhouse? Do you guys remember when I planted the purple hyacinth beans on there? It's blooming and it's looking so pretty. We have a 9-bark in here. And the little fairy garden, I kind of neglected it. But it does have alyssum growing in it. Otherwise, it's not looking very good right now. Maybe we'll have to put some fall plants in there. Rose of Sharon is looking gorgeous. Okay, let's walk around here and look at the chicken coop garden. I had planted it full with herbs and edible flowers this spring, and it's really filled in. It does have some weeds in it, but you can just see that it's totally filled with color right now. And look at this. This is the coralberry shrub. It's looking so pretty right now. And it usually looks good until about the first snowfall. And then the berries start turning brown. But by then, the birds often start eating it up. The incredible hydrangea is done blooming. You can see it's starting to turn kind of lime and brown. But it has the prettiest white flowers, like from early to midsummer. It looks so pretty. Honeysuckle still has a few flowers on it. I have seen the hummingbirds totally enjoying this plant. And it also has, look at this, it has little red berries that the birds like. This is a fun plant. And this little planter has turned out to be exactly what I wanted it to be, just like a whimsical look in front of the chicken coop. It has silverberry supertunias in it and stratosphere gara. Doesn't it look so whimsical? Give a little backed up view of it. Okay, we're at the entrance of the cut flower garden. Let's go see what's blooming in here. I planted the dahlias right here, so it's the first thing you see as you walk into the cut flower garden. Let's slowly turn around so I don't make you dizzy. Right inside of the entrance, there is black-eyed Susans. Earlier this summer, I had hollyhocks growing there, but I cut those back, saved the seeds from it because I want to grow more. But there's some more black-eyed Susans over here. Used to be hollyhocks over here as well as some peony blooming poppies. But all of those are cut back. Have some mint growing in those tubs and back here. So we have, trying to think. This is Cornell dahlia. You can see this needs to be deadheaded, but you can kind of see what it looks like. Such a pretty bloom. And this is brown sugar. Oh my goodness. It's the perfect dahlia for fall. The cafe au lait dahlias are just starting to bloom. And I planted some flowering tobacco along with the dahlias because the hummingbirds and the bumblebees absolutely love that. You can see this cafe au lait dahlia. Oh, it's looking so pretty. And this is Cornell bronze. I just cut a lot of the dahlias, so oh, actually here's a bloom of the Cornell bronze. We just got done cutting some dahlias for bouquets, so there's not a whole lot that are actually in bloom right now. Peaches and cream dahlia, that is another one that's, oh, just lovely in bouquets. Some more of the peaches and cream, Cornell bronze. This one is called Rip City. Isn't that beautiful? And then, I have to think. I think this one is called Apricot Desire. It's a very pretty bloom, but I actually don't use it a whole lot because you see it really gets chewed up and it quickly turns brown like that, but it is a very pretty flower. Over here, we have Bacardi Dahlia and Sweet Natalie. Now this is one of my favorites. Oh my goodness, I love that soft blush color. And then we have Small Wonder Dahlia. This is a sweet little filler flower. It just has these very small balls. Isn't it so sweet? And if we look back this way, we have some Status. This is Rose Status. And some calendula that I've been harvesting to make salve with. This is Jewels of Opar. It reseeded itself from last year. I really didn't want it to, but I guess it's back again. Some more Status, and this is Pincushion Starflower. Actually, this one looks a little better. Love using this flower in fall arrangements and in fall wreaths. And then we have Purple Strawflower. This is another one that I love drying to use in fall wreaths and in fall bouquets. The vintage Celosia from Floret Flower Farm has just started blooming. Look at those colors. This is stunning. Oh my goodness. We have some, what are those called? I should know. Gomphrena. These also have the sweetest little pop of color to add into wreaths and into bouquets. And then we have all of the Floret Flower Farm zinnias. Look at them. I am so in love with these soft colors. We have, trying to think, Dawn Creek Peach and Precious Metals. Oh my goodness. Just look at it. Then we have Apple Blossom Snapdragons that I started from seed using the winter sowing method. We have Queenie Lemon Peach zinnias. Oh my goodness, these are also so pretty. There's one down here that I just noticed today that looks a little different from the rest. Isn't this so interesting? I really want to save seeds off of this one. And some more of the Precious Metal zinnias and a dahlia that I had left in the garden over the winter. And it came back this spring. It even poked through the landscape fabric. So I decided, you know what? I guess I'll let you live. The Lisianthus, let me back up a little bit. I harvested a lot from these, but I didn't use all of them. So the stems are kind of, I'm just letting it bloom in the garden. This is Roseanne Brown Lisianthus. And then down here is the Lavender Lisianthus. Oh my goodness, these are stunning in bouquets. Also, let's take a little peek at the purple flowers on the purple hyacinth bean. Oh, it's so magical. It's everything that I had hoped it would be. It's just climbed over this little frame, and it just looks like something from a fairy tale, doesn't it? And you can peek the Rose of Sharon through the frame of it. It's looking so pretty. Okay. Along this side of the border, I have some Canterbury bells and some lupin that I planted all along here. I had started them from seed this spring, so those aren't blooming yet. But this is some more foxglove that I had started from seed last summer, and they've been blooming all summer long. I think most of them are getting a little tired, but look at this. Still looking so pretty. We have some catmint right in here. And this little patch is where we have our dahlia patch. So obviously nothing is growing in there right now, but just a little overview of what the garden looks like from this direction. All right, friends, I hope it's been magical for you just walking through the cut flower garden and looking at everything that's blooming right now. I hope it's brought some inspiration to you. Have an amazing week, and I will see you right back here next Saturday. Bye.